Opening a restaurant is a wild ride. You're betting everything on a dream. Long nights, tough customers, a mountain of bills. But for some, the rush is worth it. This is the story of one such gamble. A tiny sushi joint in the heart of Poland, where the odds were stacked against them, and the love of food fueled their fire. Poland wasn't exactly a sushi haven. Pierogies? Sure. Sushi? Not so much. The idea of raw fish made most Poles wrinkle their noses. Getting fresh ingredients was a nightmare. Explaining the concept of wasabi? Forget it. But this little restaurant, they were determined to change the game. They weren't just serving food, they were sharing a piece of another culture. A world of flavor most Poles had never even imagined. It was a long shot, but they were all in. They knew it wouldn't be easy, but they had passion. They had heart. And they had a killer spicy tuna roll recipe. They were ready to fight for their dream, one delicious bite at a time. The first hurdle? Getting the food right. Sushi is all about freshness. Finding top-notch fish in a country known for its sausage? That's a whole other level of difficult. They spent months searching. Early mornings at the market, endless phone calls, dead ends and disappointments. But they refused to compromise. Finally, they found a supplier. A small company, family-run, with the same dedication to quality. Then came the customers. Most had never tried sushi. Some were skeptical, others downright scared. They knew they had to educate, not just serve. They started small, simple rolls, familiar flavors. They explained each ingredient, the taste, the texture. Slowly they opened minds and palates to a whole new world of deliciousness. Word started to spread. The sushi was good, really good. People came back, they brought their friends, their families. The restaurant became more than just a place to eat. It was a gathering place. Regulars had their favorite tables. The staff knew their orders by heart. They celebrated birthdays, anniversaries, and promotions over plates of sashimi and steaming bowls of miso soup. The owners made it a point to connect with every customer. They remembered faces, stories, and favorite rolls. They created a warm, welcoming atmosphere where everyone felt like family. They were building a community, one roll at a time. One evening a man walked in. He looked skeptical, out of place. He'd been dragged there by his wife, a sushi enthusiast. He declared he wouldn't like it, wouldn't even try it. The owner smiled. He'd seen this before. He prepared a special plate, a single piece of salmon nigiri, the freshest cut, perfectly sliced, with a touch of wasabi. He placed it in front of the man. Just one bite, he urged. The man hesitated, then cautiously took a bite. His eyes widened. He took another bite, then another, devouring the entire piece. He was hooked. From that day forward, he became one of their most loyal customers, always eager to try new things. Section 5, A Final Wish, Sushi with a Side of Compassion. One story, however, truly touched their hearts. A regular customer, a kind old woman, was terminally ill. Her last wish? To have one last meal at the restaurant. The owners were heartbroken. They closed the restaurant for the evening. They decorated her favorite table. They prepared a feast, all her favorite dishes, with extra care and love. She arrived weak but smiling, surrounded by her family. They shared stories, laughter, and tears over plates of sushi. It was a night of bittersweet joy, a celebration of life and connection. The woman passed away peacefully a few days later. The owners knew they had provided more than just a meal. They had offered comfort, connection, and a final wish fulfilled. Section 6. The grind and the gratitude riding the restaurant roller coaster. Don't get me wrong, the restaurant business is brutal. Long hours, unpredictable income, the constant pressure to please every customer. There were days when they questioned everything. Late nights prepping ingredients, early mornings dealing with deliveries. The endless cycle of cleaning, cooking, and serving, it takes its toll. But then, they'd see the smiles on their customers' faces. They'd hear the laughter and conversation. They'd remember why they started this crazy journey in the first place. The gratitude outweighed the grind. Section 7. Finding purpose in every plate, the heart of a chef. For the owners, it wasn't just about the food, it was about the experience, the connection, the joy of sharing something they loved with the world. They found purpose in every plate, every perfectly rolled sushi, every happy customer was a win. They weren't just serving food, they were creating memories. They treated their staff like family, their customers like friends. They poured their hearts and souls into every aspect of the business. It showed in the food, the atmosphere, and the smiles. Section 8. More than just a meal. The legacy of passion and connection. This little sushi joint in Poland, they proved that anything is possible with passion and hard work. They took a risk, defied the odds, and created something special. It was more than just a restaurant, it was a testament to the power of food to bring people together. A reminder that sometimes the greatest rewards aren't financial but found in the connections we make and the joy we bring to others. So the next time you're craving sushi, remember the story of this little restaurant in Poland. A story of passion, perseverance, and the power of good food to create something truly special. Section 9. Appendix: a few tips from the Sushi Trenches. Alright, you want to open a restaurant? You got the bug, huh? It's a hell of a ride, but if you're crazy enough to try, here are a few things I've learned along the way. Know your market. You're selling to people, not just stomachs. What do they like? What do they need? Give them something they can't get anywhere else. Build relationships. Suppliers, customers, the dishwasher. Everyone matters. Treat them right, and they'll have your back when things get tough. Stay passionate. This business will chew you up and spit you out if you let it. Find joy in the chaos. Remember why you started in the first place. Educate your customers. Don't be afraid to teach people about your food. The more they know, the more they'll appreciate it. Adapt and overcome. The only constant is change. Be ready to adjust your menu, your hours, whatever it takes to survive. And never, ever give up.